In this method, we will discuss about physical methods for synthesis of nanoparticles. There are two approaches for the physical methods. First being bottom-up approach. As the name suggests, it means building up a nanoparticle from the scratch, atom by atom, molecule by molecule, cluster by cluster. The advantage of this method is that there are going to be very less defects that are caused in the nanostructures. The nanoparticles are going to be more homogeneous in their chemical composition, and there is reduction of the free energy that is involved in synthesis of these nanoparticles. But when you talk about the second approach, that is the top-down approach, as the name suggests, here a bulk material is used to generate nanoparticles of desired size and shape. And that's why the term top-down, going from bulk to nanoparticles. Here, there is a huge chance of aggregation of nanoparticles and forming clumps of nanoparticles. And that's the reason why they must be always dispersed in a liquid medium, which involves some kind of repulsion force so that clumping or aggregation doesn't take place. So to avoid this kind of clumping, you may have to do some kind of chemical capping, that is coating the nanoparticles with some materials so that they stabilize and they don't aggregate or form clumps. For this, you can carry out electrostatic stabilization, wherein you coat the ions, which leads to repulsion. Also, steric hindrance may take place if you are coating it with some polymers like peptides or polysaccharides. You can also use of chemicals like polyvinyl alcohol for carrying out the capping. There are different ways by which you can synthesize the nanoparticles using physical methods. The first is gas phase synthesis. Gas phase synthesis is wherein you are going to synthesize inorganic like ceramic or metal based nanoparticles, and in this process the nanoparticles are synthesized either as gas to particles or droplet to particle conversion process. Most synthesis methods of nanoparticles in gas phase are based on homogeneous nucleation in the gas phase and subsequent condensation and coagulation. You can also refer to this as the vapor phase synthesis. There are other methods of synthesis like liquid phase synthesis, solid phase synthesis as well. You can also make use of high temperature methods like pyrolysis, wherein you can bring about combustion, physical vapor deposition, laser ablation, spray pyrolysis, electrospray deposition, or plasma spray as well. Also in these methods, epitaxial growth is going to be one of the characteristic features. What is epitaxial growth? Epitaxial growth is wherein around a small particle, you are going to synthesize bigger molecules. So on a substratum, you are synthesizing these bigger molecules. That's what we refer to as epitaxial growth. Ball milling is one of the most common physical methods, wherein you are grinding the heavy bulky material to form extremely fine powder. Here you are making use of mechanical forces, and this will overcome the interior bond forces that are there in the bulk material to grind it to grains of similar size and shape. Obviously, the speed of milling is very critical, and it's a best example of top-down approach wherein you are converting the bulky material to very tiny particles. The size distribution of nanoparticles synthesized by this method is homogeneous and even, but there are a lot of problems with the purity of the material. But this is one of the best ways for large-scale production of nanoparticles. You can also make use of thermal or flame synthesis, wherein external energy is involved, and that comes from heat. So you're going to carry out combustion. Carbon black or metal oxides, these are the kind of nanoparticles which are synthesized using this method. Flame aerosols are obviously advantageous because they involve low cost and high production rate. Spray pyrolysis is another way of coating nanoparticles, wherein you make use of a nebulizer. The nanoparticles are suspended in solvent and then it is sprayed, wherein due to high temperature and pressure the solvent evaporates. So it's very similar to nebulization process. You can have different kinds of spray pyrolysis carried out like jet spray, ultrasonic spray, piezoelectric crystals, which is going to generate nanoparticles of even size. Laser ablation is another method of nanoparticle synthesis, wherein you are making use of light amplification or radiation in the frequency range of 5 to 20 Hz. This is going to help you deposit the particles as nanoparticles. It induces reaction and nucleation, that is formation of nanoparticles. And you can make use of some chemicals which are activated in presence of light. We call them as photosensitizers, like sulfur hexafluoride. So these are the physical methods that you're going to make use of for synthesizing nanoparticles. It's very important to know their names and what basically the process is all about. This marks the end of our synthesis methods, and now we will switch to some of the other applications of nanoparticles.